Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 5. This is where we are going to design the website. We have the wireframe and now it's time to just fill the space and make our own user interface. Now, of course, I already have designed this, but I wanted to show a little bit of the process of the design so that we don't just jump into the animation part. So we have the wireframe here, we have the logo, we have a navigation bar here, we have a search bar, we have the image of the cover, and we have the buttons and many other text. Now I have the elements here, I have the logo and I have the 3 images. So now it's just a matter of designing this website. So I know that the logo will be here, so I can erase this and put the logo in here. You can erase this, and of course try to make sure that we have the same space here and here on the left side. We have the logo, and now I want to create the menu which will have the music genres. So I'm going to create a text and I'm going to start with rock. Let's make this like 24 points, and I'm going to use a font called Cambria. I want to use a classic font that appeals to what an indie website should be. You can see that the logo is really simple, and I want to use also fonts that goes with this look and feel. So I can delete all these items here. Now I know that the menu will go right here, and I want this font to be not completely black but like a dark gray. Okay, so I have rock, and I'm going to leave some space and create the second one, which will be pop. And it's important that they have their own space, because remember that these are going to be buttons, so we can't have this like this, because otherwise maybe when I want to click on rock I click accidentally on pop. So it's really important that we have a nice space between them. Now let's duplicate this and let's create some more genres. I want to add electronic, new metal, Latin music, country, hip hop, a little bit of folk, and I'm going to place this right over this part. Make sure that they all have their own space. And of course we should have a final menu called more, where we can put some more genres. These are the most popular, and well, we have some more genres. So now that we have this, we can make this outline so that we can align them proportionally like this. Probably have to fix some of them. Alright, now for the more menu, I want to add a drop down icon made out with a triangle. It's really just a triangle pointing down, which shows that this is a drop down menu. These are just buttons. You click here and it sends you to the main page of rock music and the main page for pop, electronic. But if you click here, a drop down should appear and you select a different genre. Alright, let's set up a background. like this. Alright, now it's time to design the search bar. Of course, I'm going to share with you the vector files for the website so that we can animate it on After Effects, and it's going to be separated into layers, but I just want to show you the process of the design. So we can also actually take this search bar, this rectangle, place it here. Now make sure it makes sense, the space with the menu and everything, like this. And we can design a simple looking glass, create an ellipse, make it a stroke with a dark color, and take the line tool, create a line like this, copy the same, and make sure it's on round cap. You can make this shorter. Now take this and tweak it a little bit like this. Let's put a weight of 3. Alright, we have a search bar. Now we want to create these images. We have the images here, so we can just make sure that they are all the same size, like this. And we can place one here, and one here. Make sure that they are aligned and send them to the back. Now you can delete this, and now it's time to create the rest of the buttons. For example, I want to create this as a black button. Well, it's not going to be a button, actually, it's going to be just the text box. Now I want to go to transparency and click on overlay so that we have this sort of tone. And instead of black, I'm going to choose a dark gray like this. And the same with this. And maybe make this a little wider. And I'm going to type the artist name. In this case, it's going to be called Nina. And I'm going to use a Cambria, but much bigger, of course. And I'm going to use an italic font. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Alright, now for the genre, I'm going to write electronic, and of course I'm going to lower the size to around 21. Make this smaller, like this. And for this I want to use a white tone, and I'm going to place this text here, and I'm going to write here artist profile, because this is the button where I will click and it sends me to the complete artist profile. Alright, here the equalizer will be here. Now the equalizer, we don't need to design it because we're going to create it on After Effects, so there's no need to design the equalizer here. Now for the button, the play button, let's use this tone, Let's create a line, set up the stroke to maybe 8. I think more, like 11 or 10. And just copy this, and we have the pause button. Now it's a pause button because when we hit on the previous or next button, it's going to start playing automatically. Alright, now for these buttons, instead of buttons, I want to use simple symbols, and I'm going to use a rectangle. Create a rectangle like this with a dark stroke. For round 6. Make sure it's on round corners and caps. Let's rotate it 45 degrees and remove the right corner until you have this. Now this should be thicker and the tone should be lighter, like this. Maybe smaller. And just copy this and reverse. And that's it. That's basically the design part of the website. It's really simple. Of course, I probably will add some more stuff to it, and you have to put the name for this, but doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you a little bit of how easy it is to turn a wireframe into the complete design with not much effort, because the wireframe saves a lot of time because we already designed how the layout was going to be. So you can see that the design part is so much easier when you have a nice wireframe setup. So now it's time to go to After Effects and start animating this website. It's going to be really fun, and remember that I'm going to share with you the Illustrator file. So let's go to the next lesson.